So I was just thinking today about some of the things that I used to watch on YouTube when I was like 7 or 8 years old. And I was thinking about this one YouTube series called Mermaid Miracles. It was like these girls and their family that put together this whole little series for YouTube, skit and all, about being a family of mermaids and fighting these other evil mermaids and also figuring out when she turned 13 that she was a mermaid. I believe 13 and not 14. But it just got me thinking about like nostalgia things and being an adult. And I don't know what everybody else's nostalgia thing they wish would like have a reboot or like have like something that would happen that pertains to it. But if I were to choose like anything on a nostalgia level, I would wish that the original makers of Mermaid Miracles would post the whole series back onto YouTube. They like deleted it. It disappeared off the face of the earth, and I think about it a lot. So
Where do I go from here? I've been looking around when I should have been looking inside to realize that I'm one of a kind, one of a kind. There are so many things you're gonna miss if you don't open your eyes under the water. Jump in, don't be afraid to take a risk, hold your breath and open your eyes under the water.
hi, my name is Karma, aka McKenna, and this is Social Exposure. So this is just kind of an intermission right before Friday's video, which we're going to be getting into the Mayan creation story. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, so I just kind of wanted to talk about the past few weeks, the beginning of May, the end of April, and how I've been feeling and the things that have been changing. Really good things. You know, really, really good things. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. um, so I started going to a chiropractor. I think what was it last? Yeah, I started going to a chiropractor last week, and I have not had this much pain relief in my back since I was probably 9 years old. So that's new. I can feel my left side again. So my left side, usually when I like go to the gym and I hit the weights, it would always be asleep. And these last two workouts that I've had have definitely improved from I think doing that. I bought my first like set of makeup since I was probably 15. It doesn't seem like a big triumph, but for me that is. I used to wake up at 5:30 every morning, have outfits planned out for the whole week, and had my makeup done and ready before like it was 2 hours before it was time to go to high school. I loved taking care of myself, and when I went through my mental health battles within my later teen years, I I completely lost all of that, and I'm kind of gaining a lot of that back, which is really really nice. And getting my nails done and stuff like that. Oh, the the girl who did my nails, she's lovely. I love her. I love her so much, and that was a very nice experience too. Just getting to do that and like becoming a regular on doing my nails even. And um I have been waking up every day, no matter whether I embarrass myself or not, and I've been choosing to be seen. I've been choosing to be seen, and I am loving it. And I believe that it is in my best interest at heart to choose to be seen, because even though I've been in a moment of solitude, I realized that I needed some balance to that, and it's definitely I'm reaping the benefits of the balance to that. However, I've also reaped some really really crazy things that I don't even know how they happened by just choosing to be seen. And by choosing to be seen, it's allowed me to not be embarrassed to ask for what I want or what I need. I've been testing it out left and right. Sometimes it's a no, sometimes it's a yes, but that's another thing. Growing up, I would say that I was a little boy crazy. I would say that I was a little I was a like I said in my last video, I was a little bit of a lover. So I would always have little crushes on maybe sometimes girls, mostly boys. And um well, I feel like since I was rejected by most of those people, I got rejected left and right all the time, and I never understood why. And I'm happy that I did because all that rejection has made me comfortable with hearing somebody tell me no because I realize that there's going to be somebody who tells me yes. There's going to be something, there's one door that closes, another one opens. It's so true because one person might say no or be like, nah, 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 nah. Okay, there's going to be another generous person, or there's going to be a more generous opportunity than the one that told you no, or the one that promised something and walked away, or the one that just couldn't make it or couldn't make the time. I realize that that applies to not only people but all of life. I have been choosing to be seen, which has allowed me to be comfortable with hearing no. And the more that I have allowed myself to be comfortable with hearing no, the more that I start to hear yes, or the more that I get gifted, or the more that I feel powerful, the more that I feel sexy and confident. And that's really, really new for me because I have taken a while to come back to this confidence, this natural confidence that I've always had. But with that, I realize that that means that I shouldn't be afraid to take up space. Even in my solitude, I should take up space. Even when I'm staying to myself and focusing on the things that matter to me, I should take up space regardless, no matter where I'm at. And that is liberating. It's liberating. It really actually can get scary, but it overall 100% liberating. Because, and what I mean by it can get scary is that I've had some backlash in like actual reality because of it. Like, I don't want to get into it, but it's a matter of it can be scary to be that free amongst others, but it feels so amazing in the long run. It feels so amazing in the long run. You'll figure out that the benefits outweigh the small little negative things that happen, or literally it ends up you end up reaping the benefits deeper and more and fuller in the long run than as opposed to whatever the fuck is going on over here, you know. And that is what I've been realizing. The more and more I just say what I want, the more and more I just allow myself to be beautiful. I realize that, you know what's funny, we always tell women to cover up to protect themselves. But I figured something else out last summer, and I love doing little social experiments, social experiments. I was like, if I dress with a shirt that shows my, I don't know, my nipples or whatever, that people can slightly see my nipples, what will happen? Or like, if I dress just a little bit more revealing like this, like if I dress a little bit more with a little bit more cleavage, maybe my legs are showing. If I dress a little bit more beautiful, what will happen? It's funny because most people are intimidated by that, so that most people will leave you alone. Women are more protected just being unapologetically themselves and dressing however they want. All women, literally. Modesty is not protective whatsoever. And that is something I figured out. And every time I wear something that makes me feel beautiful, sexy, and alive, and it can be classy too. Classy and being classy and modest don't have to be together. You can be sexy and classy. Um, every time I wear something that makes me feel powerful, I the world gifts me. The world greets me like I am a queen. It's just I when I've been choosing to when I've been choosing to be seen more every single day, I've also noticed and realized, like, on a collective standpoint, like, literally the things about women that are true. Like, a lot of these things that we've been conditioned to believe, like, women have to wait for a man to ask her if she would like a drink, and she can't ask him if she would like a drink at the bar, because if she asks, that's soliciting. That means she is trying to exchange a drink for sex. But if he asks, it's appropriate, it's fine, and then he expects sex because he spent $7 on that woman. It's just a matter of these kind of things. It's like, the more a woman is confident and loud because she allows herself to be seen and heard, regardless of what the perception of others are, it can get violent sometimes. But that woman ends up winning every time. And that's what I've learned. I've learned that even after the weird shit that happens because I'm deciding to just not be the quiet girl in the corner or the one that never causes problems anymore, right after, I feel happy. I feel like my mental health has skyrocketed from here to here, then all the way up there, when I just decide to just be whoever I want to be, which is who I am. Exactly. That's what I've been going through. I've been revising a lot of my poetry from when I was a teenager, and I'm looking back on that poetry that my 16 to like 18-year-old self wrote, and man, it it's funny how profound it was, and now in my adulthood, it just needs a little tweak to actually be fluid. And I was like, dang, some of this stuff is really, really good. It just needed a revision. Um, I I look back at myself at that time and I'm like, wow, you were you were such a gem, and you're still a gem. And I thank you for surviving and getting through everything that we had to get through. So I've been, one of the things about women allowing themselves to be seen, you're inevitably going to get seen more by men. And you have to stop being afraid of it. Because most of the time most of the time when I dress up like this, or a woman dress up like this, the first person that tells them that they look beautiful is themselves, not a man. When I look in the mirror after dressing up like this, I'm the first person who tells myself that I'm beautiful and that I'm hot and that, like, I should be given the whole world. That's what I tell myself every time that I decide to take care of myself. Decide to do my whole skincare routine, decide to wax my eyebrows and shave my legs, or eat my favorite food, or drink some coffee, because I feel beautiful drinking coffee. I feel sexy drinking coffee. Like, it's funny, but it's a matter of, like, protecting women from getting attention from men. You can't protect women from that. It's a natural primal thing. It's just a matter of socially how nasty men can be today, which that shouldn't be a woman's priority to baby or incubate or coddle. Inevitably, as a intelligent, powerful, beautiful woman, you're going to get attention by men. It's just, how much are you going to give back to them? What are they giving to you? That's the truth. I you know, I do have a lot of things that I was gonna say on Instagram. Sometimes I see the same things. I'm like, yeah, I agree with that. But on the matter of, like, beauty, people will stare and try to talk to you and want to be close to your beauty, but don't even want to. They don't even want to give you a $3 beer, or they don't want to do this or that. It's like, beauty and sensuality are some of the most innately valuable things in the world, because they lead to procreation, they lead to art, they lead to creativity or creation in any way. And it's like, men will buy you a $7 drink and then expect sex in exchange for that $7 drink. However, sex has created the entire human race. How could sex be worth a $7 drink? How could sex even be worth $200 in an extra? They feel, I don't understand the entitlement for something that's literally the most valuable thing in this world. Sex, sensuality. Sex is beauty. Sex and beauty in my mind are two sides of the same coin. How can you feel so entitled to something that literally created the entire world and give nothing in return for that? That's another thing. That's what I was just thinking on the way to work, working at a sex shop. I was like, how can men be so delusional to ask a woman, even if she'll suck his dick for $50? How can they think $1 in a tip jar, $1, gives them access to 5 minutes of conversation? Women are that powerful to where even us speaking to certain people or men literally is an asset. Our voices are an asset, our bodies are an asset. And me allowing myself to be seen and unapologetically in my truth and loud has allowed me to see that I don't have to give people things in exchange for crumbs, access to my body, access to my voice or my mind or my soul. What are you giving me? They're always like, "Oh, but what do you do? What do you do? What do you do with your life?" I mean, I do a lot of things. However, what are you giving me to feel entitled to my time right now or my body? Are you nurturing my soul? Are you nurturing my body? Are you nurturing my physical reality, my mind? What are you doing? And right off the bat, when you're trying to inquire a woman for anything, really, you should have a purpose. You should have a purpose more than asking her out to, I don't know, Cheesecake Factory. Not saying there's anything wrong with the Cheesecake Factory. You should have more of a purpose. And the more that I allow myself to be seen, the more that I'm seen by men, inevitably. And honestly, it helps me heal and it helps me become fearless about it, because that's how you protect yourself, ladies. Be fearless. In the eyes of men, be fearless. And maybe learn how to fight or carry a gun. Anyways, it's just a matter of when you are approaching a woman, you should already be moving towards her with a purpose. I don't care. It's not let's just go on a date and feel things out. If you see a woman, I'm not saying you need to immediately think I'm going to marry this woman. You need to have at least 3 purposes. And this is coming from a young woman who moves through purpose. Every second of my life is a has purpose embedded into it. Don't come to me trying to break the ice by insulting how I move. Like, I don't know, um me me not wanting to slam the sauna door and telling me that I'm letting all the hot air out, and then that's how you start flirting with me, telling me that I'm doing something wrong. The whole what is it? Not Socratic method. The whole method where men will insult you, then raise you up, and then try to break you down, and then ask you out on a date. You guys are weird. And it's usually men that are a little bit older that think that they could do that with a little bit younger women. It goes on. The list goes on. But the more that I allow myself to be seen, the more that I make love to myself in every area of my life, the more that I realize that I do not have to accept little or crumbs, because everything about me is highly valuable. I am an asset, almost one that can't be sold. That's how valuable I am. And other women, like every woman, y'all should know that too. Allow yourself to be seen. Stop. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what anybody fucking told you. If you got a vagina, or you're gay, or they, or allow yourself to be seen. See yourself and then allow yourself to be seen simultaneously, and let me know what happens. And yeah, that's what the journey I've been on the past few weeks. Has it brought me into arguments and fights? Has it brought a little bit of craziness? Yes, but overall I feel zen because of it. I feel like I feel like I'm on top of the world. So, yeah. My name is Karma, also McKenna, also Kivaak, and you're watching Social Exposure. This is me today, and it might not be me tomorrow.